watching could tell that I won. Everyone knows that Alexander is an inferior fighter, and everyone sure as fuck knows I beat his ass fair and square tonight. So the judges saying I only won 4 rounds is a goddamn disgrace. Jesus Christ, there hasn't been a bigger robbery.
Tyson Fury warned that his altercation with Alexander Usyk was a heist. And he even made public some audio recordings, he said, were talks between Alexander Usyk, his crew, and the judges that had been leaked.
Games.
No, it's not an issue that affects the result of the fight. It's just a formal thing if we comply with the rules or no.
Numerous conspiracy theories have surfaced that the leaked tape was altered by artificial intelligence. However, this has not been verified. However, according to a reliable news source, Alexander Usyk's team was compelled to speak with the judges after they believed that certain rules were unjust to them, including Tyson Fury's beard, the rejection of his crucifix in the corner, and other things that appeared to favor him.
In the rules, you have to shave a beard, or?
Yeah, in the rules it says, the rules say that the beard has to be trimmed so that it's
Alex Kuck, the manager of Alexander Usyk, attested to their discussions with the judges and WBC. However, he gave the impression that these were simply casual discussions to clear things up, but the recording contradicts this after Tyson Fury's CL asserts that boxing experts have expressed their opinions on the matter and about allegations that the fight was a heist.
Zelensky himself judging the fight tonight, and if we weren't in Saudi Arabia, I would have assumed the judges were fucking intoxicated.
The unified champion from Ukraine began to step up at the halfway point after the first 6 games were sometimes too close to call. Usyk's victory, which he achieved by landing the more important shots and applying constant pressure, cemented his claim as the greatest heavyweight of a generation and marked back-to-back victories in this rivalry. However, there was some controversy surrounding the cards, with Fury's promoter Frank Warren taking serious issue with them. In contrast, former super middleweight world champion Carl Froch was ringside and
You could have never said that Fury won that fight. So there's no complaints other than Bricktop at ringside. But like I said, he's got one eye on the prize, hasn't he? But let's be honest, the right man.
I think the turning point was probably around 67, when Usyk got a little closer as Tyson started to tire, which I thought he would do. There was nothing in this fight, but the eye-catching shots did come from Usyk. I believe Frank Warren is at ringside complaining that it was a robbery, and he's probably watching it with his emotional glasses on, thinking that Tyson Fury has won the fight and they'll get the trilogy. Fitch continued to reveal that he scored the fight in the same way as all 3 judges. In the end, Alexander Usyk prevailed by 4 or 5 rounds, matching the judges' score on my scorecard.
Usyk did the job this evening, got the win and retained his titles in what was a pretty intriguing fight that kind of had you sitting there watching with you. I wasn't mesmerized, but I was interested for every second.
Lewis, the former undisputed heavyweight champion, was in the front row when Fury lost to Usyk for the second bout. He thinks the right man won, but he can understand why his countrymen might feel like the judges have let him down. It was a good fight. Lewis stated to TNT Sports, since Usyk won the first bout, it is up to Tyson to pursue him and ensure that he wins the second one. I didn't hear the winner's score, but they got it correct. I would have preferred to see Tyson be a little more aggressive and take a closer look at Usyk.
I like the first fight better. This was a good fight as well, very close. You know, when it comes to heavyweight boxing and somebody's beat.
The interviewer asked what Fury's next move was, and he will feel as though he might have won the fight, but I'm not sure because I thought he could have done more work. You know, Usyk was hitting him in the body a few times to get those free shots, which are scoring points, so I suppose that's what the judges were looking at. In response, Lewis urged him to finally face Joshua. The 2 fighters have been circling an all-British heavyweight blockbuster for years, and even though no titles will be up for grabs, Lewis thinks it's still the greatest fight ever. For the greatest bout in history, maybe involving Anthony Joshua, Fury travels to London.
The first time, you gotta go after him the second time. I felt Tyson Fury should have went after him a little bit more, and it would have been a different outcome.
I thought in the 10th round, he was holding and mugging him, getting good work inside. I thought that's what the whole fight would look like.
Since they believed the fight was much closer than that, Fury and his team challenged the 3 ringside judges' unanimous decision to score it 116 to 112 in favor of his opponent. In an attempt to address this issue, Saudi boxing chief Turki Alik created an I Judge which debuted during Usyk vs. Fury 2.
118,
Get
110.
rid of the AI judge. The AI judge don't work.
Did you
But
think?
the only thing I will say is, come this way.
Promoter Eddie Hearn maintains that Saturday's fight should have ended in a draw and is unhappy with the outcome of Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury's second battle. All three judges scored the clash 116,112 for the defending heavyweight champion, and Ukrainian fighter Usyk 37 was controversially given the victory on points, just like in Saudi Arabia back in February. This decision sparked a heated debate in the boxing community, with Fury claiming that his opponent had received a Christmas gift.
I thought it was very difficult to split them. Oh, fucking hell.
Just got punched in the stomach by Nas.
Luckily I got a transmitter in there, otherwise I would have been down.
I felt a little Christmas spirit in there, and I believe the judges gave him an early Christmas present that stated Fury lost the first fight in May by split decision. I thought I won that fight, the Brit argued, and I thought I won both fights, but I'm going home with 2 losses on my record. There's not much I can do about it, so I'll just fight my heart out and believe till the day I die that I won that fight.
Since the British Museum stole other countries' shit for centuries. Whatever, maybe these camel jockeys were giving me a small bit of revenge. Anyways,
According to Hearn, the chairman of Matchroom Sports, a draw would have been a fair outcome after scoring 65 points against Fury heading into the final round. He told AFL TV that I believed Usyk had won the last round, but I had it as a draw because there seemed to be a lot of people who had Usyk win. Overall, I just felt that there were a lot of close rounds, and the fight was even wider for Usyk at 118 to 112. Hearn concurred with Warren that Fury ought to have been given additional rounds, but he was satisfied with the way the result was handled overall.
I thought it was a very close fight.
You said 6-5 on Twitter going into the last
I
round.
thought Usyk nicked the last round. I had it a draw. But, there seems to be a lot of people that had Usyk the winner. I think, is that the overall?
I simply didn't think it was an 8-4 fight as Hearn claimed, but I would add that it was pleasing because all 3 judges had the same opinion and are excellent. Judges Steve Weisfeld and others, I believe, had it 118 to 112 for USYK again, and I had a draw in 1 round. With Fury unable to exact revenge for his first ever loss in the first fight, there are questions about where the Gypsy King will go next. With Anthony Joshua's calendar free in 2025, Hearn believes it's time for the eagerly anticipated Battle of Britain.
Where does he go from here?
Who?
Tyson
There's
Fury.
only one fight, but there's no point me. It's not the time to start calling the fight out. You don't know what Fury's going to do. Maybe he doesn't want to fight again. The one thing I will.
Hearn, Eddie. Even though both men are coming off defeats, Joshua's promoter is adamant that a Wembley showdown between the two next year will be a box office success. The truth is that there is only one fight for Tyson Fury, and that is Anthony Joshua. It is the biggest fight in British boxing history, and everyone will want to witness it. Joshua was knocked out by IBF champion Daniel Dubois in October. Hearn informed DAZN that Tyson Fury wasn't the one who appeared to be done. His performance wasn't flat or subpar, and he didn't appear overly timid or as though his punch resistance was in doubt. Even though Tyson Fury may still be at the top of his game, he is still insufficient to defeat Alexander Usyk.
No, I certainly didn't. I didn't see how one judge could only didn't give him a round from round 6 onwards, and the other 2 gave him 1 round each. I don't know what fight they were watching. A neutral was...
Usyk set the pace for the majority of the fight, demonstrating greater skill and landing more and bigger shots with greater accuracy. Fury in the rematch at Kingdom Arena, on the other hand, felt he had won and angrily contested the decision. For me, a J versus Fury is the one at Wembley, and then back out here for the Rad season, I will be pushing His Excellency Turkey Alec to make the fight happen. Usyk set the pace for the majority of the fight, demonstrating greater skill and landing more and bigger shots with greater accuracy. Fury in the rematch at Kingdom Arena, on the other hand, felt he had won and angrily contested the decision. For me, a J versus Fury is the one at Wembley, and then back out here for the Rad season, I will be pushing His Excellency Turkey Alec to make the fight happen.
Eloy was sitting there, and he had Tyson winning like I did, and I think most of the people sitting where he was at.
What do you think the scorecard should have been, in your opinion, Frank?
I thought Tyson won it.
By what? The same score, but reverse?
Couple of rounds, at least.
Performance to the first fight, what differences did you see? What did you like for
There was
Tyson?
no show. There was Tyson. There was no showboating, and he got down to big.
Thank you, my coach Yuri. Thank you, my coach, Kuba. Thank you, my team. Listen, Frank crazy man, you know? I think, that's my opinion. Okay, no problem.